Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 12. We've got the fire blizzied up. It stayed in well last night. Let's take a look out the window. About -3. So let's do breakfast. Okay, well, Sylv and I just do a very simple breakfast. It's a fresh and frozen fruit smoothie. I guess we're at that time of life when the body tells you that they're not going to put up with what you've been doing to them for all these years, and you better smarten up. So we stay away from anything heavy that is slow to digest. A fruit smoothie goes straight down into the stomach and really gives you the kick you need to get going in the morning. Easily digestible, and just keeps the day going. So I start by putting the orange in the blender first, because it gives enough liquid and flow usually to bring everything else down into the knives. We do not add any water to this. When we first started doing these, we did actually add some water, but we found it wasn't really necessary. So we put in orange, banana, apple, and some melon. Now you're getting a good mix there that will provide you with both your citrus, and the melon gives you your sweetness, so you can tweak it to taste whatever you prefer. Now, one thing we do try to use is Canadian apples, simply because of the chemicals that are used to store US apples, and that's one of the reasons that Europe banned US apples a few years ago. So this may be just a feel-good thing, but I dunk the apple in some warm water just to help wash some of the waxes and treatments that may be on the surface of the apple. It may do some good, it may not, but it makes me feel better. I've known a few people over the years who never did core their apples. They just throw everything in. Cores, pips, everything. And I guess it'll make its way through. But we just decided to core ours. We always have, we always will. So there we are. That's our fruit in. Now just a few little extras. We lace it up a little bit with our vitamin C, the Cerola. Now this stuff is pretty darn expensive, so we've actually cut in half. We only put about half a daily measure in of that, and then we're using CardioFlex vitamins to top it off. And again, we're only using about half the daily measure of CardioFlex, but it gives us a bit of help with what we need. And the other thing is, French side, 100% coconut oil, virgin coconut oil. Now, you can sometimes get into a bit of trouble with this if you put too much in. We found about a spoonful is sufficient. If you put too much, it'll give a really greasy texture to your smoothie, and some people may not mind, but we found a spoonful seems to be about the magic quantity. There, we're ready for the blender. So there we are. Now we put in our frozen fruit then, and this is just Syl's blend of strawberries, blueberries, blackberries and raspberries. He just blends it up to taste. Actually, it's nearly all blueberries today. We're getting near the end of the barrel. So we'll blend those in. And finally, we add our protein. Now we're using a natural whey protein. These are usually Australian or from New Zealand. The only thing with it is that you don't want to beat the living daylights out of this stuff when you put it in. We just use the big jug to store it in the fridge and then divvy it up into a small container. It's just easier. And we'll put about one and a half, something like that, of these measures in. And again, if you put too much, you're going to really taste the vanilla, but you can have other flavors as well. So put that in. We don't want to beat this too much, so just enough to blend it in. So there we are. The taste test. Perfectement magnifique. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy breakfast.